Welcome to Smart Teenager again. With me, Auntie Josie. We move on to define sex education. Everybody out there has their own definition of what sex education should be or could be or actually is supposed to be. But when you're talking to young people, what exactly is sex education? Sex education has been here for so many years, since the beginning of time. In the African culture, the moment a child hit 10 years, the elders or the parents actually handed over this child to someone who put them through initiation and who actually imparted morals and virtues in the child. So today, what is sex education? Basically, sex education, as we are talking to the young people, is about loving, accepting, and connecting with oneself. So once you've loved and connected with yourself, once you've loved and accepted yourself, what exactly does that lead to? It leads to connecting with yourself. So what is connecting with yourself? Connecting with oneself takes place in 5 facets. 1, the physical self. Physical connection with yourself, connecting with this physical self is all about being able to love yourself as you are, to appreciate your body as it is, your physical self, to protect it, to respect your body, and to keep it cool and clean, and all the things that we do out of love for our bodies. That is basically physical, connecting with the physical self. Secondly, we move on to mental self. How do you connect with the mental you? That is basically maturity of your thought processing. When you're presented with a situation, how do you create ideas? How do you respond to situation? How do you actually display your intelligence? This is what we call mental connection with oneself. And you've had sometimes people who have poor mental connection, utasikia wakisema, oh, that one, usimuite kwa hii kitu, atakuja kuharibu. Oh, huyo afikiriangi vizuri. Those kind of things. Those are people who are lacking in mental connection. Third, social self. You have got to connect with the social you. How do you connect with the social you? Someone who's well connected with their social self is someone who is able to make good friends. They're easy to be friends to. They're easy. Their socialization skills are so good. They have interaction. They have interaction power. They are easily loved. They bond easily with people. These are people who are quite friendly. So these are people who have actually connected with the social self. 4, you have got to connect with the emotional you. How do you get someone's emotional connection? How do you know that someone is actually well connected to the emotional self? These are people who are able to respond to emotions well. How do you respond to anger, pain? How do you respond to rejection, for example? It doesn't mean that when, for example, now you're in a relationship, someone rejects you, you go on and commit suicide or you kill that person. You see, these are the things I'm talking about. How do you react to death, to saddening, just certain really heavy situations in life? How do you handle your emotions? So the moment you learn how to do that, then you are well connected with the emotional you. And finally, there is the ethical self. We have to work. We have to go out there and work and do businesses with people. So the issue is, how well connected are you ethically? How do you communicate with the people in the office, the people you work with, your colleagues? How do you do business out there? What kind of a businessman are you at the end of the day? This actually gauges your connection with the ethical you. So basically, sex education is loving, being able to love, accept, and connect with yourself. And this series, Smart Teenager, will endeavor to ensure that we achieve this in the young ones. So that we have a generation of boys and girls who are actually balanced, who have a balanced approach and appreciation to life. Next week, we shall be looking at aims of teaching sex education and pillars of teaching sex education. Thank you very much.